Hey guys, so today I'm going to tell you how I draw my hand, and I hope this video helps those people who struggle in making hands. And let's begin, shall we? So, when we are drawing a hand, we should always have a base structure on which we draw onto it. And without a base structure, we would, be struggling in making the correct proportions and whatsoever. So let's for today's lesson we'll be taking our hand as a reference and we're going to make it. So like I just took the reference of my hand in this video. You can observe that my hand, or most probably everyone's hand, is like a shape of a box, and especially there is a curved edge on the lower half in placement of the thumb. Yes, so you can also observe that the thumb is comparatively positioned low as compared to the knuckles of the finger. Yes, so our finger is divided into three parts, basically three boxes, and even if you were to see it by yourself, you can see there are three boxes divided by three lines. So each of them, each line represents a joint. So whenever we're using hand references, we usually find out those joints and try to replicate them onto our page or whatsoever medium we use. So whenever we are drawing our hands, we should always use this tactic. Like, there are three parts of the fingers, and these joints also depends on these three parts. So our nail goes in the first box, and the skin literally below the nail is comparatively darker as compared to the skin tone, and so is the second joint, which you can see it on your finger. Yes, so that's how we draw all our actually five fingers, because if we minus few points in how we draw a thumb, it is almost the same as the fingers. So we are going to use the same tactic, three lines. Yes, which basically divide three parts. So this is how we draw all the fingers. I'm going to repeat the same thing because this is all about I know how to draw fingers, and and it is usually basically one of the areas where we mess up. And honestly, I'm also a beginner in art, and I try to struggle or often struggle in drawing hands. So in my recent project I also learned about many things, and now continuing on it, we can also observe that the tip of our thumb is more wider in width and length as comparatively to the tip of our finger. So that is how we also determine how our thumb is also going to be. If you ever notice, when you keep your hand on the table, your thumb is not literally viewed in the front side, but more like of a side view. So that's why we always most probably draw the thumb on the side view. And now you can see it has started to form a hand. And while drawing a hand, you can also see the different heights of each finger. And if you don't understand or observe these heights, our fingers would be more likely weird and messed up. So we are also going to determine how it's gonna be. So you can see that the middle finger is much more big in height as compared to the index finger. And we also have to be very careful of how long it is exactly, because if like you're making it like double the size, it's gonna look pretty much weird. Yes, now this is the same tactic I use for all the fingers. And like, for example, another example of the height differences is the third finger. The third finger is there's a very small difference between the index and the middle finger, which should be also visible on the paper instead of making them both same height. And I cannot say that all of your fingers are positioned like in height at the same order or something like I'm saying, but it depends on what kind of hand reference you're using. So similarly with the third and the pinky finger, you can also see that the smallest finger, which is the pinky one, and it is very smaller as compared to the difference of the height of the third and index, or in the middle or index. Okay, so we are just gonna make those height differences visible. And comparatively, if you're drawing gloves, you can just cover up the knuckles. There is no need to shade of them because they're already covered by the gloves. But now if you're using you're literally drawing bare hands without any accessories, you might have to shade for the knuckles, because sometimes literally they are much more darker, or of the same color as compared to the joints we have. So this is all I have to tell you for this video, and I apologize really for not being available on YouTube, or for not posting videos all this time. Sorry. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks.